Oh, Sadar Namaste Ji. Today is Monday, October 6th, 2025. We will start our session on Sandhya Upasana and Mantra Swadhyaya. आप सभी लोगों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है जो हमारे साथ जूम से या फिर सोशल मीडिया से कनेक्टेड है। हमारे आज के स्पीकर हैं आचार्य वरुण देव जी फ्रॉम वैदिक टेम्पल इन सियाटल। नमस्ते आचार्य जी, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है संध्या सेशन में। आप प्लीज संध्या से स्टार्ट करिए।
नमस्ते जी भल्ला जी, सभी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। सभी को सादर नमस्ते। आइए हम आज का अपना संध्या का सत्र आरंभ करें। ईश्वर की उपासना में मग्न हो और वो इसीलिए मन में यह निश्चय, यह विश्वास स्थिर करने की अत्यंत आवश्यकता है। इस युग में, इस समय में ईश्वर की सत्ता में अटूट विश्वास और श्रद्धा और ज्ञान जनित विश्वास, क्योंकि अनेक प्रकार की धर्म विरोधी शक्तियां कार्यरत हैं जो व्यक्ति को भटकाने के लिए लगी हुई हैं, पथ भ्रष्ट करने में तत्पर हैं। इसीलिए प्रत्येक आर्य का यह कर्तव्य है कि वह शास्त्र के गहन अध्ययन स्वाध्याय से मन को सुदृढ़ कर एवं सुचारू रूप से अपने मन को सशक्त कर ईश्वर की सत्ता में विश्वास और ईश्वर के सही स्वरूप में विश्वास करना अति आवश्यक है। संसार की सभी गतिविधियों से स्वयं को कुछ समय के लिए पृथक कर मन को उद्विग्नताओं, सभी प्रकार की चिंताओं, चंचलताओं से दूर कर मन में निश्चलता, शांति, स्थिरता लाते हुए, प्राणों को स्थिर करते हुए, सांसारिक विचारों को अपने से दूर करते हुए, सभी भावनाओं, विचारों से हटते हुए ईश्वर में एकाग्र होने का प्रयत्न करेंगे। 3 बार लंबा गहरा श्वास लेकर ओम की ध्वनि का उच्चारण करते हुए प्राणायाम भी होगा और साथ में प्राणों की स्थिरता के साथ मानसिक स्थिरता भी आएगी। अथ ब्रह्म यज्ञः। ओ ओ ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये संयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः। ॐ वाक् वाक्, ॐ प्राणः प्राणः, ॐ चक्षुः चक्षुः, ॐ श्रोत्रं श्रोत्रम्, ॐ नाभिः, ॐ हृदयम्, ॐ कण्ठः, ॐ शिरः, ॐ बाहुभ्यां यशोबलम्, ॐ करतलकरपृष्ठे, ॐ भूः पुनातु शिरसि, ॐ भुवः पुनातु नेत्रयोः ॐ स्वः पुनातु कण्ठे ॐ महः पुनातु हृदये ॐ जनः पुनातु नाभ्याम् ॐ तपः पुनातु पादयोः ॐ सत्यं पुनातु पुनः शिरसि ॐ खं ब्रह्म पुनातु सर्वत्र ॐ भुः ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ महः ॐ जनः ॐ तपः ॐ सत्यम् ॐ ऋतं च सत्यं चाभिधात्तपसोऽध्यजायत ततो रात्र्यजायत ततः समुद्रो अर्णवः ॐ समुद्रादर्णवादधि संवत्सरो अजायत अहोरात्राणि विदधद्विश्वस्य मिषतो वशी ॐ सूर्याचन्द्रमसौ धाता यथा पूर्वमकल्पयत् दिवं च पृथिवीं चान्तरिक्षमथो स्वः ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये संयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः ॐ प्राचीदिगग्निरधिपतिरसितो रक्षितादित्या ईशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं दिश्मस्तं वोजं भेदध्मः ॐ दक्षिणादिगिन्द्रोऽधिपतिस्थिरश्चिराजीरक्षिता पितर ईशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं दिश्मस्तं वोजं भेदध्मः ॐ प्रतीचीदिग्वरुणोऽधिपतिः प्रीदाकुरक्षितान्नमिषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं दिश्मस्तं भोजं भेदध्मः ॐ उदीचीदिक्सोमोऽधिपतिः स्वजो रक्षिता शनिरिषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं दिश्मस्तं वोजं भेदध्मः ॐ ध्रुवादिग्विष्णुरधिपतिः कल्माषग्रीवो रक्षिता वीरुध ईशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं दिश्मस्तं वोजम्भे दद्मः ॐ ऊर्ध्वा दिग्बृहस्पतिरधिपतिः श्वित्रो रक्षिता वर्षमिषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजम्भे दद्मः ॐ उद्वयं तमसस्परिस्वः पश्यन्त उत्तरम् देवं देवत्रा सूर्यमगन्मज्योतिरुत्तमम् ॐ उदुत्यं जातवेदसं देवं वहन्ति केतवः दृशे विश्वाय सूर्यम् ॐ चित्रं देवानामुदगादनीकं चक्षुर्मित्रस्य वरुणस्याग्नेः आप्राद्या वा पृथिवी अन्तरिक्षं सूर्य आत्मा जगतस्तस्थुषश्च स्वाहा ॐ तच्चक्षुर्देवहितं पुरस्ताच्छुक्रमुच्चरत् पश्येम शरदाः शतं जीवेम शरदाः शतं शृणुयाम शरदाः शतं प्रब्रवाम शरदाः शतमदीनाः स्याम शरदाः शतम् भूयश्च शरदाः शतात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् हे ईश्वर दयानिधे भवत्कृपयानेन जपोपासनादिकर्मणा धर्मार्थकाममोक्षाणां सद्यः सिद्धिर्भवेन्नः ॐ नमः शम्भवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
एक मिनट में आपको कोर्स बना दूँ।
जी
ये आप कोर्स हैं, यू कैन शेयर द स्क्रीन।
जी हो So we are द्वितीय प्रकाश of Aaryabhivinaya ग्रंथ, and in the last session we did Swadhyaya of fifth mantra of द्वितीय प्रकाश Yajurveda Adhyay 36 mantra Sankhya first, and today we are on the sixth mantra, which is very familiar mantra to us. Every day we recite this mantra, we chant this mantra in Ishwar Stuti Prarthana Upasana. But let's today have that more deeper understanding of the mantra, because to chant the mantra is one thing, but to concentrate on and meditate and contemplate on the mantra is completely different. For example, when we in our day-to-day life, we do so many things like mechanically, but sometimes when we go deeper into the process of how we are doing things, how is our attitude while we are performing actions, while we are in the field of our actions, then everything changes. Everything then takes different shapes. Then circumstances can turn differently, inside out, upside down. So we should not just take whether we are very familiar with the mantra, but we have to take the mantra very sincerely and consciously and do Swadhyaya, because these mantras are really one of the greatest divine gifts from the divine to us, to all the Jivatma. So let's first chant the mantra and then we will go to the Padarth and then Vyakhyan. Om Sano Bandhurjanita Savidhata Dhaamani Veda Bhuvanani VISHVAA YATRA DEVA AMRITAMAANASHAANAASTRITEEYE DHAAMANNADHYAYIRAYANTA. So mantra is from Yajurveda, Adhyaya, 32nd mantra, Sankhya is 10. And of course, we often read the meaning of the mantra from which is Maharshi Dayanand Ji did in Sanskar Vidhi, very popular meaning of this mantra. And we will also go into that, and also the mantra which the Bhashya, he did the Bhashya of Yajurveda. We also go through that. And let's now first go straight to the Padarth, meaning word by word. So Saha, Vaha, Naha, that Paramatma, Naha Hamara, our Bandhu, Bandhu, we can say very easy, Bandhu, companion, our like brother. Maharshi Dayanand Ji in Sanskar Vidhi, he did that meaning of this word Bandhu, Bhrata ke saman sukhdayak. And the meaning of Bandhu is literally is the one who removes the suffering, that is called Bandhu. And also the another meaning which is very, after just looking at the word Bandh, so which makes with ourself a bond. So that Paramatma is our that divine bond which always protects us from the suffering, from ignorance, and from everything which is not good for our progress. Janita. Janita, we all know, very familiar with this word also. Creator, progenitor. So Parameshwar is the creator of this entire universe. And Maharshi Dayanand Ji also provides the meaning of this mantra in Sanskar Vidhi. This word Sakal Jagat Ka Utpadak. So the same thing, the creator of this entire universe. Saha, that Paramatma, Vidhata. So Vidhata, what Maharshi Dayanand Ji did, the meaning of this word in Sanskar Vidhi is Sab Kamo Ka Purn Karne Hara. So, what does that mean? That means that Paramatma is the ordainer, the regulator of our all actions and results. But regulation not in the sense of controlling our actions, only giving the results, taking care of observing our actions, because the one who is regulating our results, it is only possible if someone is looking at us, observing us all the time, all our actions. That is the condition. That is why it is called regulator. Regulator not in the sense of interfere, but in the sense of that Paramatma is observing, looking at us all the time. He knows what we are doing, with what intentions we are intended in our actions. So we have to be very careful that Paramatma is Vidhata. Some people, they derive the meaning of Vidhata is the controller of our fate. They connect it with the fate. But fate is in our own hands. We are the master of our fates. But the people who always complain about others, oh, if the conditions were like that, I would have done like that. So that is not correct attitude. Paramatma is Vidhata, which means he has given full freedom to the Jivatma, to the souls, to perform to the actions, whether good or not. It is up to us. But we have that free will. But that free will, Paramatma has given that, with that free will, a gift to us in ourselves. That is the voice, the whispering of the divine in ourselves, in our heart. Whenever we are going to do something wrong, immediately that alarm is there, it rings. And what does it say? It creates that feeling of bhai, lajja and shanka. That is inherent in ourselves. And whenever we do something noble deed, immediately we get utsaha, anand, prasannata. So we should try to learn how to listen to that inner voice, because that is very fragile, very subtle voice, indications, not even voice, that is like only kind of indication, a feeling, very subtle feeling. If we suppress that feeling, which means we don't follow the right path. So that Paramatma regulates our actions, only giving suggestions in that way, and also observing our actions. And then, yes, of course, results are all in his hands. If we are doing good deeds, we are performing noble deeds, then of course he will provide the wonderful results of those. But if we are doing wrong, then we are doing wrong to ourselves first. DHAAMAANI. So we are very familiar with this word dham. And DHAAMAANI, we can say the realms, spheres, or the lokantar, that Paramatma is controlling, regulating all the realms, this Prithvi Lok, Antariksh Lok, all the galaxies, all the worlds. It is not only that if we are this Prithvi, this earth is the only one earth on the entire universe. There might have been, I don't know, multiple, innumerable earths in different conditions. So that Paramatma is the Lord of all that worlds. And Rishi Dayanand Ji is giving wonderful meaning of this particular word dham. He is giving three connotations of the same word: naam, sthan, and janm. So that Paramatma Ved means knows perfectly. He possesses that true knowledge of what? All the dham, all the worlds, realms, their names, their where they are their locations, and also janma, and all the jivatmas which are living and performing actions into those worlds. Bhuvanani. Then Bhuvanani, Bhuvan. We know this word, Bhuvan. Bhavan, Bhuvan. So that Paramatma, without exception, without any exception, Vishva means all, entirely, which means that Paramatma is pervading all the worlds, all the planes of existence, whether however subtler form of existence is this, whether it is the Sukshma Jagat, the subtle world, whether it is the gross world, all that Paramatma is pervading everything, and he knows everything what is happening. Yatra. Then the second part of the mantra, Yatra, where? Jahan. Devaha, the enlightened beings, the wise, the scholars, those people who have realized in their lives that Paramatma is the source of all life. Sa Vishvayuhu. That mantra, it clearly shows of Yajurveda that Paramatma is the source of all life. That power of Paramatma is the source of this entire prana jagat, prani jagat. Yatra Tritiye, now this word Tritiye, Yatra Deva AMRITAMAANASHAANAA. Those enlightened beings, what do? They enjoy Anashana, they experience constantly Amrit, that immortality, the state of liberation, the blissful state of, they live in the moksha. And Tritiye, in the third highest state, that is beyond this material world, this gross physical world, even the subtle physical world, that they live in that highest state of that realm, which we can say moksha. Tritiye Dhaamani, in that highest abode, foundation of all, in that state, in that realm, Adhyayirayanta, they move freely, they dwell there because of the noble deeds, the wonderful actions, the divine actions they perform in the gross physical world. So basically, if we can see, this is the ladder we have to climb in our evolution. And what Maharshi Dayanand Ji is doing in his Bhashya, he is basically using a address from the divine, from Paramatma to जीवात्मा. हे मनुष्य, जिस जीव और प्रकृति से विलक्षण आधार रूप जगदीश्वर में मोक्ष सुख को प्राप्त होते हुए विद्वान लोग अपनी सर्वत्र अपनी इच्छा पूर्वक विचरते हैं, जो सब लोक लोकांतरों और जन्म स्थान नामों को जानता है, वह परमात्मा हमारा भाई के समान, भाई के तुल्य मान्य, सहायक, उत्पत्ति करने हारा, वही सब पदार्थों और कर्म फलों का विधान करने वाला है, यह निश्चय करो. So we should take that meaning deeply, imbibe this meaning in our heart, so that whenever we sit and whenever we recite Ishwar Stuti Prarthana Upasana Mantra, immediately this bhav should come outside. Outside in the sense it should emerge in our heart, that bhav. So now let's go what Maharshi Dayanand Ji is describing in his व्याख्यान. वह परमेश्वर हमारा बंधु, दुख नाशक और सहायक है तथा जनिता, सब जगत तथा हम लोगों को भी पालन करने वाला पिता तथा विधाता, हम लोगों के संपूर्ण कामों की सिद्धि करने वाला वही है. सब जगत का भी विधाता, रचने और धारण करने वाला एक परमात्मा ही है, अन्य कोई नहीं. सो विधाता, धारण करने वाला. धामानि वेद भुवनानि विश्वा, सब धाम भुवनानि अर्थात अनेक लोक लोकांतरों को रच के अनंत सर्वज्ञता से यथार्थ जानता है. वह कौन परमेश्वर है कि जिससे देव अर्थात विद्वान लोग, नाउ ही इज गिविंग द एविडेंस, प्रमाण फ्रॉम शतपथ ब्राह्मण दैट हु इज देव, विद्वासो ही देवः, दैट विद्वान ही देव हैं. अमृत मरण आदि दुख रहित मोक्ष पद में सब दुखों से छूट के सर्वव्यापी पूर्णानंद स्वरूप परमात्मा को प्राप्त होके परमानंद में सदैव रहते हैं. तृतीय एक स्थूल जगत पृथ्वी आदि, दूसरा सूक्ष्म आदि कारण, और तीसरा सर्व दोष रहित अनंत आनंद स्वरूप पर ब्रह्म उस धाम में अध्ययरयंता. धर्मात्मा विद्वान लोग स्वच्छंद स्वेच्छा से वर्तते हैं. सब बाधाओं से छूट के विज्ञानवान शुद्ध होके देश काल वस्तु के परिच्छेद रहित सर्वगत धामन आधार स्वरूप परमात्मा में सदा रहते हैं. उससे जन्म मरण आदि दुख सागर में कभी नहीं गिरते. So here somebody might ask, like in Satyat Prakash, Maharshi Dayanand Ji has said that after in the 9th Samulas, that after the Mukti, Jivatma comes again, takes the body, the mortal garb, and so one should be clear in the principles that here उससे जन्म मरण दुख आदि सागर में नहीं गिरते. This is a kind of language when we are talking about a long span of time, like 31 नील 10 खरब 40 अरब, that long, even it is difficult to count. So that long, very long span of time. So sometimes in language it is said that that is like from that respective sense of time, it is like timeless. So we should take it like that way, not other way around. That some people, they just open the book and they start arguing that why Maharshi Dayanand Ji write in this Aaryabhivinaya and some bhashya that they kabhi nahi, they never come to the mortal world, the Martyalok. But principally he had clarified that in Satyat Prakash. So now let's move to the English version paraphrase. That Supreme Lord is our friend, brother, Bandhu, destroyer of sorrow, and true helper. He is also Janita, the father and sustainer of the entire universe and of us all. Furthermore, he is Vidhata, the one who brings all our endeavors to fulfillment. The same Supreme Soul alone is the creator and sustainer of the whole cosmos. There is no other besides him. Who is that Supreme Lord? He is the one by whom the Devas, that is, the wise and the enlightened ones, Vidvaso hi Devaha, Shatpat Brahman, having freed themselves from all sorrow, such as mortality, attain the immortal state of liberation, where they dwell eternally in the all-pervading blissful nature of the Supreme Being. In the third, Tritiye, state beyond the gross world, like earth and elements, and the subtle cause like primordial matter, exists that Supreme Brahman, infinite and free from all defects, embodying eternal bliss. In that divine realm, the righteous and learned, Adhyayirayanta, dwell freely by their own will. Having transcended all limitations, becoming pure and enlightened, they abide forever in that supreme shelter of the Supreme. Dhamam, Dhaman, the eternal foundation of all, beyond distinctions of space, time, and object. Never again do they fall into the ocean of sorrow, birth, and death. So that is how Maharshi Dayanandji wonderfully gave us this meaning, this Vyakhyan. So what should we take away with us with this mantra? We should always, whenever we do the Swadhyaya of the mantra, especially when we go to the Bhavarth Vyakhyan, we should have some key notes of the mantra in our heart. So the very first, which is the correct connecting point with the Paramatma, is that we have to consider Paramatma as our Bandhu, as our brother, that like our friend, closest friend, with whom we can share everything, we don't hide anything. So that Paramatma, that Bandhu, that relation is very unique relation with Paramatma. And if we are able to make such relations consciously with Paramatma, then that kinness, that friendship with Paramatma, that brotherhood with him, then the trust, out of that trust on the Bhrata, our Param Bhrata, Paramatma, who walks beside us in every circumstances and situations. So tell me, we will not have any worries in our life. Most of the worries in our life will be gone, because sometimes we worry so unnecessarily in our life because we think we are alone. This entire world is in the crisis of loneliness. People are afraid of loneliness. But when this is not even idea, this is reality. The most true reality of this entire universe, more real than this material world, because it is vivid. As Rishi says, that once you have that experience of Paramatma, even a drop of it, then everything in this world becomes futile, meaningless. Only that Paramatma is meaning of this entire universe. So that is the key. Always keeping in our heart that sense the divine sense of Paramatma as our Bandhu, our Sakha, our Bhrata. And then, if we have that, then all the affections, the courage, oh, everything will follow. The second thing, that Paramatma is looking at us, observing us, Vidhata, that Paramatma is our Vidhata, not only of ourselves, but the entire universe. That Paramatma, that Paramatma is beyond time and space, we should not forget that. That is why it is used Tritiye. That Paramatma is in that we can live in that locative. This is a locative vibhakti, in that beyond this time and space. And all the Deva, who are the Deva? The one who are illumined souls, who always perform noble actions to get connected with Paramatma. So that is how we should always go deeper and deeper into the meaning of the mantra. Let's do Shanti Part. Om Dyahu Shantirantarikshaṃ Shantihi Prithivi Shantirapah Shantiroshadhayah Shantihi Vanaspatayah Shantirvishve Devah Shantirbrahma Shantihi Sarvam Shantihi Shantireva Shantihi Sama Shantiredhi. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi.